Good evening, everybody. Hello. Thank you for hopping on. I have to put these Altoid mints in my mouth to keep my mouth moist when I'm talking, so my throat doesn't get really dry. But welcome to my live, you guys. I appreciate you getting on, and I'm gonna do there's so much I wanna do because I feel like I've fallen a little bit behind and I'm trying to catch up. But I just want to thank you for hopping on. And I don't want to get too ahead of myself because I'm so excited and there's so much I want to share. Hi, Natasha. Hi, Lena. If you girls are hopping on, and guys, drop a comment for me, please, and just let me know you're here. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself where I'm just blurting out way too much information. So I'm going to do one live tonight and then rest. And then I'm going to do another live tomorrow because I have so much information that I need to share with you guys that, like I said, like I've just mentioned, I feel like I've fallen behind. So let's take it one step at a time. And I want to answer questions about, I got a lot of love yesterday, and I'm so thankful that you guys reached out to me, and for all the positive feedback yesterday. You guys were amazing. And I've got so many people reaching out and telling me that they're praying for me, that they love me, and just checking on me, and wanting to know if I'm okay. And you guys don't even know what that means to me. It's like, it really shows me how amazing you guys are and how loved I feel. And I feel so good to know that I have amazing friends like you guys. And, you know, even though we're not together face to face, I feel so much closer to so many of you because of the relationships that we've built. And I just want to thank you guys for your love and your support. It really means a lot to me when you guys have reached out. And I got a lot of questions, and so I'm here to answer some of those questions. Hi, Shirley. Hi, Veronica. Oh, thank you so much for getting on. Hi, Catherine. Thank you for getting on tonight, girls. If you're just hopping on, say hello. If you're watching the replay, just hashtag replay, so I know you watched it. But the questions that I got primarily were, of course, I went over yesterday a lot of my symptoms, and I got a lot of questions on what are the supplements that I'm taking at home to try to medicate myself and recover. Hi, Joni. Hi, Brenda. So I have them in front of me, and I'm going to go over each one so I can share with you, because I feel like I would be doing a disservice to my friends if I kept that information to myself. And I feel like information and the more knowledge that we have, it's power, right? The more power and the more knowledge and information that we can get and share with one another and share that information with each other, it helps to empower one another. So that way, if somebody else is struggling with the sickness or they're struggling with COVID, they can go and possibly purchase a supplement like this and help themselves and not have to suffer through a horrible, horrific headache, or they can boost their immune system. So I want to tell you that there's so many more ways to take care of your body than just the old traditional, old-fashioned way that we're so used to hearing about, with going to the hospital and picking up a prescription. And if you're in, if you are in the healthcare profession, I am not disrespecting you at all. And as a matter of fact, I give you guys props and I put you on a pedestal because I know the battles that you guys face day to day, where you have to put yourself at risk and you're going into an environment where you're around people who are high risk, that are carrying COVID and carrying the sickness, and you are putting your life on the line to be able to care for people and to provide a livelihood for your family. So I commend you, and I don't knock that type of the type of profession that you're in. I, however, am into very holistic alternative methods of taking care of my body, and I've been doing that probably for the past, I would say, a good 3 or 4 years now. I've really just cut back on doing a lot of things with the traditional, and well, let me just put it like this. I'm on 0 prescription medications. So I was diagnosed about 12 or 13 years ago with hypothyroidism. And if you know anything about that, that is a condition with the thyroid where your thyroid slows down very slow, and it doesn't produce a T4 and T3 hormone, T5 hormone, sorry. And so your thyroid is basically the little tiny organ in your body that, as a hormone, it produces hormones in your body that regulates your weight, it regulates your body temperature, it regulates your mood. It also helps with your hair, your skin, your nails, even your brain function, because I noticed that when I was diagnosed with it, I had really bad brain fog, and I was tired and sluggish all the time. I couldn't lose weight. And so I weaned myself off of levothyroxine, and I started taking iodine, and I do a lot of different things, and selenium. I take a lot of supplementation. I call it vitamin therapy, where I don't have to pick up prescription medications a lot. And I know that there's wonderful medications out there that help heal and help a lot of people. I, however, have taken a lot of things into my own hands, and that's because I feel more powerful when I am able to do that and heal my body. So what I'm here to do is I'm here to share this information with you. This is just to share. Like I said, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse. This is just what's worked for me personally, and what's really helped me through my COVID experience, and what's helped me actually probably the past, like I said, I really started going more natural the past 4 to 5 years. So this is what I've done specifically for the last 5 to 7 days when I've been sick with COVID. Okay. I did mention yesterday that I was taking a lot of ibuprofen to bring the fever down, and that is something that that I don't have another type of method or medication that I can advise you guys to take, because besides bringing your body temperature down, obviously with a nice cool rag and changing the temperature in the room and things of that sort, the ibuprofen really, really helped. But as far as filling my body with some great supplements, this is what I did, okay? So obviously water is number one. I drank a lot of water. This is a half a gallon, okay? This is about 64 ounces. And the first few days, hi Crystal, hi James, it was really hard to try to consume this entire bottle. It was hard because this is a lot of water to try to drink, especially when you just have no appetite at all. Today, however, I was able to get 1 whole bottle down, and so now I'm working on the other half right now. Once I finish 2, that'll be a whole gallon. But this is the drink that I was telling you about with the vitamin C, okay? So this is a powdered vitamin C, and I'm going to show you what it looks like on the inside, and I'm going to show you the milligrams, and I'll describe to you how I used it, because it's very tart. It's very sour because vitamin C is basically just absorbic acid, and it's 1,000 milligrams for 1 little scoop. So let me show you what it looks like. Do you see that powder in there? So there's the powder, and then 1 scoop is just that amount right there. Okay, so that's 1,000 milligrams of absorbic acid. Now your body is not going to absorb. Your body's going to absorb only what it needs. That's it. It's going to kick it out through urine, and it's not going to. So basically people freak out and they're like, 1,000 milligrams is a lot. I was taking 10 scoops, 10,000 milligrams of vitamin C, because their studies show that cancer patients that are extremely sick, they get it through an IV. And since I wasn't at the hospital and I couldn't get vitamin C through an IV, the best way to get it in, obviously, is down my throat, right? So I said to myself, I need to get this in my system, and whatever I don't take out. And I read what would happen if I took too much, and it can cause diarrhea. So what happens is, if you take too much vitamin C, all that's going to happen is that you're just going to have bathroom visits, and your body will kick it out. If you don't experience that, it's your body absorbing that vitamin C. So honestly, I didn't have diarrhea. My body absorbed what it needed from this vitamin C. And I was so thankful that I had this, and I forgot that I had it because I have capsule forms as well. And a lot of times the capsules take a while to break down. You know, it's hard, and it's got to break down with the food and the water. So when I took this, hi Sandy, I felt that this is a much better form. So in order to take this, like I said, it's very sour. This is what I did. I had a 16-ounce water bottle, excuse me, and I have these little packets. And as you guys know, I'm an authorized distributor for Alipotec, and this is one of our products. And what these are called Energy Fresh packets. And let me show you what they look like. So these are part of our promotion right now. And do you see all those little tiny circles there? So those are because they are loaded with vitamins. So it's got vitamin K, calcium, iron, zinc, magnesium, A, vitamin B1, C, B2, B3, B9, B12, and B6. I'm sorry, and E. So what I do is I just cut the side open, and then I fill this up like that. I pour a little bit out just so I don't overfill it. And I pour this entire packet in there because I know that this is going to give me a little bit of energy to make me feel better. And it's also going to give me all those vitamins. Just remember though, this does have some sugar content in it, okay? So it does have 27 grams of carbohydrates, and it does have 27 grams of sugar, okay? Just so you know that. I just want you guys to be aware in case anybody wants one or needs some or wants to try some. And I have these available in orange and pineapple if you guys want one, okay? If you want to try one. Then I open this up and I would pour in, okay, 5 at a time. So I would do 5 scoops in my bottle and shake it. Then I would finish that, and then probably about 5 or 6 hours later, I would do it again. So I would take another one, maybe pineapple, and I would do 5 more scoops. So that's 10,000 milligrams of vitamin C that I was getting in my body a day. Okay, and that's so important, you guys. Like I said, vitamin C is extremely, extremely important. Hi, Denise. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Dad. How are you? Okay, so I would shake it up. It does have to dissolve at the bottom right there. And you know what it tastes like? It tastes like, do you guys remember, do you ever have Tang when you were a kid? Tastes just like Tang. It's so good. Vitamin C is extremely important. Like I said, your body will kick it out when it doesn't need it anymore, okay? One of the other supplements that I was taking was odorless garlic, okay? Now, some of my best friends on here and my family, you guys have heard me tell you in the past. What do I tell you? Because I don't do flu shots. What do we do during the winter? We do something called flu bombs. And flu bombs are amazing. And flu bombs are basically garlic. It's natural garlic. You take fresh garlic and you chop it up tiny, tiny, small little pieces. It doesn't have to be organic or anything fancy. Just get a clove of garlic. You chop it up really, really fine. You throw in raw honey and a little bit of cinnamon. That's it. And you put it in your mouth and you chew it. Why is garlic so powerful? And this is in a pill form, obviously, right? Garlic is so important because garlic is a natural antibiotic. Believe it or not, when we go to the hospital and they give us penicillin and they're giving us all of these antibiotics, and they load us up, it ends up killing the natural bacteria in our gut, in our stomach. So not only are you killing the infection, you're killing the important stuff, the bad stuff and the good stuff. And so that's why I'm a huge advocate for garlic, because garlic naturally will kill infection. It will naturally kill properties that are there to harm your immune system. So if you have never done a flu bomb before, I would advise you to Google it. Google it is amazing. I don't know if I can chew garlic. I wish I could. Okay, so Michelle, the thing is, that's why you put it with honey. So I know it sounds really crazy, and sometimes you'll get a clove that's really hot, but you can definitely do it. And trust me, it beats getting a flu shot and having a big knot on your arm and getting sick from that flu shot and being out for 3 or 4 days. And then the chances of a flu shot not even possibly working because that's not the right strand is ridiculous. So to me, why not do garlic? Garlic is going to tap all sources of sickness in your body. So some of the benefits of garlic are this. It's beneficial to your digestion. It provides relief from acne and asthma. It helps cure hypertension, which is blood pressure problems. It helps reduce high cholesterol levels. It helps treat cough and colds, and it gives relief from intestinal ailments. There's also useful cures for earaches, believe it or not, and it aids in treating eye infections. Garlic is amazing, you guys. If you have never done a natural flu bomb at home, get yourself some garlic and do a natural flu bomb at home. You will feel so good. One time my husband, he had felt like he was getting strep throat coming down, and he was like, my throat is closing up. He's like, I feel like I'm getting a fever and a headache coming on. He's like, I know it's got to be strep. So he went and he got himself a clove at the store. He made his own flu bomb. And I kid you not, he ate that whole clove and he took it with the honey and the cinnamon, and he went to bed, and the next morning it was gone. He knocked it out. I'm telling you, garlic. I believe that the Lord gives us an amazing immune system in our body. We have something that's already built inside of us where our body can fight off infections on its own. And we need to sometimes give it a little boost. And that comes from the natural way. And that's a lot of the ways that I was taught from my grandparents, is doing things from the natural way, right? When we have teas and herbs and spices. So one of the things is garlic. If you can do garlic, take garlic every day. Eat it raw if you can. So this is great. If you're scared to try chewing it, get yourself even the supplement. You can try the supplement. These are really affordable. One of the other supplements that I've taken is vitamin D3. Okay. Now, nothing is going to beat natural sunlight. Of course, you know that the natural sunlight is an amazing way to cure your body as well and bring in boost your immune system. So I was reading a study on a gentleman who was in the middle of Russia, and during winter it gets very, very, very cold, obviously, and they have winter storms. He had just started a job, and he came down with the flu really bad, and he had no way of not going to work. And so he forced himself on the weekend to sit out in the sun naked in his backyard all day. And he sat there and he just let the sun beat on his body, and just his body absorbed the sunlight. And it's crazy, because what does our society tell us? Our society tells us you need to put sunscreen on. You need to block the sun. You need to not have the sun in your face. The sun's going to make you wrinkle. The sun's going to cause cancer. I beg to differ. Why would God give us this big, brilliant, beautiful sun? Why would he do that? To cause us harm? No, it's just another money-making gimmick. And I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist. I don't want to sound like crazy and stuff, but honestly, use sunscreen. I don't use sunscreen. If anything, I use coconut oil, and I have no issues with my skin at all. Sun is so important to the body. We need to have the sun. And I think this is why so many people's immune systems have been depressed and so low, is because we're inside now all day. We don't get outside, and we're not out in the sun. Usually in the summer, that's all we do. Me and my girls is we're out there playing softball, and we're at tournaments, and we're running around, and we're in the sun all weekend, and we come back dark. And as kids, we play out in the sun and we hardly ever got sick. Now look at us. It's like, wear sunscreen. Don't go out in the sun. You guys are going to get cancer. We shouldn't have to live in that fear. I don't think that God's given us a spirit of fear. We need to be bold and brave. We need to use the wisdom that God's given us in our minds, and we need to go out and not live in fear, you guys. It's so important to use sound wisdom in your mind, and don't be afraid to research more, dig deeper, because I'm telling you, the rabbit hole goes deep, guys. And I'm just barely touching the surface. Okay, I'm just gonna go over some of the supplements, but we can get in. Some of my friends that really know me, my good friends, we've had very deep conversations about things before, and I just wanted to tell you that the sun is not your enemy, it's your friend. If you're feeling sick, get out in the sun, okay? Stand in the sun for 10-15 minutes and let the rays hit you. Have you got your smell and taste back since COVID? Hi, Leah. Today was the first day that I've actually started being able to smell my foods again. It's been really hard for the past 2 weeks. I haven't been able to smell anything at all. But today is the first day. It's very faint, but it's starting to come back. So yes, thank the Lord that's happening. I'm excited. Okay, another supplement that I want to tell you that I've been taking for my immune system is zinc. Zinc is so important, you guys. Now, do not take zinc on an empty stomach. I would advise you don't take it on an empty stomach, because zinc can cause a headache as well if you don't have food in your stomach, okay? So make sure that you're taking zinc. Some of the benefits of zinc include it helps with libido. It's good for acne. It's also excellent for eczema. It helps with anorexia. It's great for healing wounds. It's also an immune system booster. It helps maintain sense of taste and smell. It protects your membranes cells against free radicals, which is amazing. It helps macular degeneration. So it's great for the eyesight as well. So take your zinc, you guys. And I advise too, you don't just have to take the supplements. You can get these supplements through food sources. Your number one way, obviously, should be getting the best nutrition through eating well, because that's how you're going to keep your body in tip-top shape, right? Then these are just supplementations. They're not there to be your like the only thing that you're depending on, and then you eat fast food all day, right? Or you're drinking sodas and smoking a pack of cigarettes. No, you need to get good, sound nutrition through and I always tell my clients, my clients that are on my weight loss products, is they want to know, well, how am I going to get my potassium up? Because that's one thing, is we always talk about potassium. And I tell them, yes, you're going to take your Ganim, but your best source of getting your vitamins and potassium in is through your food. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Carlos. Is through food sources. And the best way is through fruits and vegetables. Your fruits and vegetables have the highest sources of potassium. They're going to have your highest sources of zinc. And then obviously the sun is the most natural way to get your vitamin D in, okay? Another thing that zinc is great for is it regulates blood glucose levels as well. It supports neurological functions, and it also supports normal growth during pregnancy. So zinc is vital, you guys. If I can encourage you guys to get yourself on iodine and selenium, I would highly advise that, especially for women. And I don't want to say just women, because there's men who suffer from thyroid issues as well. And here living in New Mexico, and especially because we're not getting a lot of seafood, we don't get a lot of food in, we don't live by the ocean, we're not getting a lot of iodine levels in. We need to get iodine into our system and our body. And a lot of times we don't know why we're feeling like garbage. We don't know why our energy levels are low, or why we can't lose weight, or why we're feeling this way. And then you go to the doctor and you get all these tests run and they come back normal. And you're like, what's going on? Like, why am I not taking, why are my thyroid levels normal, but I feel like crap and I know something's wrong. You just know your own body, right? Exactly. You need to listen to your body, and you are the captain of your own ship. Can I tell you guys that again? Can you hear me out loud? You are the captain of your own ship. You take control of your body. Too many people say, my doctor says I can't do this. My doctor says I can't do that. Does your doctor live in your body? Does your doctor know your body? How many patients does your doctor see every single day? And you're just another patient to him. You know your body. And yes, he's gone to school, he's knowledgeable, and you should give him the respect that where the respect is due, and take what you need and leave what you don't, right? Just leave what you don't need. But I advise you to do your research and look at what your body needs. Jennifer says, and you don't take thyroid meds. Jennifer, I don't. For years, I was on 125 micrograms of levothyroxine, and I weaned myself off of it with niacin, iodine, and selenium. I do not take any type of prescription medications anymore. And I don't say that to try to deter you guys, because you guys need to make that decision. You need to go and do your own research and talk to your own healthcare providers. This is me personally, but I battled for years. I had went through so much depression. I went to the doctor and I told him, doctor, I think I need depression medication because my hair was falling out. I thought I was stressed. My skin was dry. I felt horrible. I couldn't lose weight. He's like, it sounds like you have a thyroid issue. And so he ran my levels and sure enough, he diagnosed me with Hashimoto's. And my Hashimoto's, you know, the sad thing is when I got diagnosed is I wore that label like I owned it. And I was like, that's what I have. And so now I have Hashimoto's. And the worst thing that you can do to yourself is claim something and then own it. If you don't want something in your body, in your life, you need to stop saying that I'm diabetic, I'm hypothyroid, I'm sick. Stop doing that. Stop saying that about yourself. Now, when you guys hear me talk, what do you guys hear me say? I say, I used to have Hashimoto's. I used to have hypothyroidism because I believe that I've been cured of it. I seriously believe that I don't have it anymore, because if I did have it, I would not be in the same mindset that I was 12 years ago when I was diagnosed. I hit rock bottom. I was like horrible. And then do you know what the medication did to me? Zero. Nothing. It did nothing to make me feel better. I just was taking this pill. They started me at like 50 micrograms. Then nothing worked. So she upped it up to 75. Nothing. Went to 100. I couldn't get my levels right. I was all the way up to 125 micrograms of levothyroxine. I'm sorry, what did you say? Yes, definitely want to see a holistic doctor because sometimes I feel like I don't feel right. I have Hashimoto's. Yes. Yes, and it could be your adrenals. Jennifer, I will send you the picture of I'll send you information of the type of iodine that I use. It's by Global Healing, I believe. And I specifically got this iodine from a doctor. His name is Dr. Bergman. I reached out to him on YouTube. I was doing a lot of research and I told him my situation and he said, "Are you taking iodine?" And I said, "No." He said, "Ma'am, that is the first thing you need to be doing." He said, "Because when you think about it, your thyroid right here, you're taking this little tiny pill of levothyroxine and your body thinks that it is producing enough hormone. So it's pushing that little pill you're taking is pushing all this hormone into your thyroid, right? So what does your thyroid do? Your thyroid slows down. It stops producing T3 and T4 hormone. It doesn't need to. Why? Because I have a little pill of levothyroxine that's giving me the synthetic hormone. So my thyroid doesn't have to work. It's sluggish. And I was like, oh my gosh, it made so much sense to me in my mind. I was like, nobody had ever taught me and broke it down for me. And for one, the doctors, do you think the doctors are going to tell me like that? No, they're writing me prescriptions and they're telling me, take that. That's going to make you feel better. And did it? No, it didn't. It made my thyroid slower and it made it more sluggish. So when I weaned myself off that levothyroxine, and he told me I would advise you to get on an organic niacin iodine and a selenium. And I said, okay. So he advised me, he gave me the one, the one I should take. And I went out and I bought it. And I have not skipped a day taking it since. And I got myself completely off of that thyroid medication and I haven't looked back. And I've never, ever, ever taken a thyroid medication since that day. I've never had to fill a prescription and I threw them all away. I don't need them anymore. It's like I feel so blessed that my body was able to heal and my adrenals were able to heal. I love you, Donovan. Oh, my son, I love you so much, son. And it feels amazing. And I want you guys to know that you are the captain of your own ship. You guys can take control of your own health and your own body. And I know sometimes it feels like we're helpless, like we don't know what to do because we become so dependent on listening to so many other things out there, so many other voices and so many other experts. But you guys need to listen to your own bodies. And then you need to open up your mind and you need to ask God, Lord, please give me wisdom and show me what's right and show me what's wrong. Help me to make the right decisions for my body. And I guarantee you, if you ask him that, he's going to tell you and show you what you need to do. Because if it wasn't for the Lord helping me and giving me the wisdom that I needed to take my own health into my own hands, I would probably still be almost 300 pounds. I probably would still be taking levothyroxine and I would probably be diabetic by now because I was pre-diabetic for a long time. And I honestly think I probably was diabetic, but they kept saying, oh, you're like your A1C's right here, right there. You're almost there, but not quite. They didn't want to scare me, So I just want you guys to know that you guys can take control of your own life, but don't be afraid to start researching. You don't be afraid to go and dig deeper and go and look up videos and look at natural holistic healthcare providers. Dr. Bergman, what's the other one that my mom, can you link her down below? Dr. Gershom, Dr. Morrow, he's actually the one that I got that quote from. You're the captain of your own ship. You take control of your own body. So you guys, don't think that you have no control. You do, okay? So one of the other supplements that I take is oregano oil. Let me show you that. There's oregano oil, okay? Oregano oil is great for your body as well. This is also, it does have a strong smell, but it doesn't burn your inside. So there is a supplement that like you can drop the oil in your mouth, but please don't do that. My husband did that and it burned his whole mouth. So be very careful if you get like the tincture, because it's hot. So I like them in capsule form. The oregano oil is really, really good. Some of my favorite supplements, you guys, that I take every day and I don't go a day without it, is my antiviral supplements. These antivirals are amazing. I sell these. If you girls or guys need any, they're very affordable. What is in this is echinacea, turmeric, and anamu. Echinacea is great for inflammation. Turmeric is great for inflammation, and echinacea is amazing for the immune system. Okay, so if you guys need any of these, let me know. I also take my ganim every day. My ganim is half neem and half, they call it horseradish tree, but it's moringa. And moringa is a superfood. And you guys, a lot of you guys on here are my clients, so you know you've heard me say that before. Moringa is amazing. It's for potassium. It's also going to boost your immune system, but it's also one of the most powerful ways that you can get potassium into your body. And believe it or not, they say that 80% of Americans are walking around that are potassium and magnesium deficient. Do you know how crazy that is? To know that we're in the United States, the most plentiful country in the world, and we're walking around deficient in minerals. Why would that be? One, we're eating too much fast food. We don't eat enough fresh fruits and vegetables. And when we do eat the fresh fruits and vegetables, our ground, where the crops are planted, they're so depleted now because they've been used over and over and over. So a lot of times the vegetable and the fruit doesn't hold the type of mineral and the content that it used to hold back when maybe our grandparents were young. So that's why supplementation is vital. We need to supplement and take care of our system, our immune system. So don't, just because you feel like, okay, well, I'm not going to get enough, my body's not going to absorb enough because the plants are depleted. Please don't get discouraged from eating fruits and vegetables. That should be your number one source of taking care of your body, is being careful and mindful what you're putting into your body first and foremost. And I've been so proud of my daughters. It's taken years and it's a struggle. None of us are perfect by any means. I'm not a perfect mom. I'm not perfect in my parenting skills. And a lot of times we live in a society where it's like we come home from work and we're tired and we don't always have time to cook, or we just want to grab something because we got to go to practice. It's different now with COVID and everything, because we're in the house more, because we can cook more. But there was a while there where it was just like we would just pick something up and grab it and go. And and what does that do to our kids? It develops bad habits. They're wanting to eat fast food, they're wanting to eat junk, and they want to have sodas all the times. And now my daughter Cheyenne, she's 17, and she already battles with anxiety and depression. And she's maturing so much now that she was like, Mom, I'm not going to drink coffee anymore because I know that coffee is, it's increasing my anxiety. So she's like, I appreciate you buying me Starbucks. She's like, but I don't want it anymore. So I'm just letting you know in advance. And I was like, wow, that like, it just showed me her maturity. And I love my baby so much, you know, and it just made me see how much she's growing up. And then she came to me and she's like, Mom, I really need your help. I really, really need you to please help me get some fruits and vegetables, because like when I'm so stressed out and I worry and I'm anxious, she's like, it starts bothering my stomach, because your gut is connected to your brain, right? And so when your mind is going and going and you're stressed, it affects your gut, it affects your stomach. And there's a lot of people who deal with GI issues and irritable bowel syndrome because they're so stressed out up here and they got so much on their mind. And so we got to get our minds right. And there's a mind gut connection that work together, the gut biome. And that's why we need a probiotic too, guys. If you are not taking a good pro and prebiotic, I can help you. I have supplements to help you, and they're very affordable. And I'm talking about like $20 affordable, okay? We're not talking about 50, 60 bucks. And they're amazing. And it's by the same Alipotec brand that I have. But she told me, Mom, I need your help. So I went and I said, okay, enough is enough then. If you really, really want to do this, I'm going to get you high fiber food. So I just loaded up the entire house with nothing but fruits and vegetables. And these girls, they get up in the morning now and they sit there and they do their schoolwork, and they're munching on cucumbers and they're munching on their carrots, and they got apples, and they're slicing up their kiwis. And I'm just like sitting there like loving this. I'm like, wow. Instead of like, Mom, I want my Starbucks, or Mom, I want a donut, or, or trying to make waffles, or, they're like sitting there eating their fresh fruits and vegetables. And they love these little baby coconuts. They're hard to break into, but the coconut flesh is really soft. And they've been pounding into those pomegranates, and it just makes my heart so happy, because it's like all that work that I put in. And when they were younger and trying to beat it into them and like, no, pick this, not that. And then I feel like I messed up as a mom, because I'm like rushing and just getting it for them because we're on the go. But it's like, now it's really paying off, and so don't feel like your labor of love is in vain. Like everything that we're striving for to be better every day, you guys, with our vitamins, making better choices with the foods that we're putting in our body, and being examples for our grandkids and our kids, it pays off. It really does, because they're watching us. They're watching what we're doing. And hi, PJ. Paula says, my mom says hello and sending her prayers to. Oh, thank you. Tell her I love her and thank her. Thank you so much. And I'll be praying for her too. Yes. And I just want you guys to know that none of that is in vain, because your kids are watching. And you know what makes me so happy? And this is just a quick testimony, and I'm going to wrap it up. Hi, Evelyn. This only started happening about 2 months ago, but it made my heart so happy, because I was like, my kids are finally catching on, and they're finally doing what mama is doing. You know what they do now? So I have all my supplements on a special shelf. I have all my Alipotec on my shelf and all my vitamins. I've got all my vitamin C. Before, right, I used to have to go and I used to have to bring them, their vitamins and say, hey, I need you to take these today. And they're like, I don't want to take those. And a lot of times I would find them piled up in their room later, and so now, you know what they do? They go into my room and they get their own pills. They're not pills, but they go get my vitamins. I call them our vitamins because I buy them for them too. What's mine is theirs. And they take them on their own. And my daughter's 13, Naomi's 13, and Cheyenne is 17. And it makes me so proud. Like, I'm a proud mama because it's like, I feel so good because I'm like, my kids are not on prescription medication. Cheyenne struggles a little bit with asthma. Naomi doesn't have any ailments, but they're not taking prescriptions. They're not taking, you know, things that have side effects. They're taking natural supplements. That makes me feel so, so good. And you know what they do too? They go in here sometimes and they'll grab my peppermint if they feel like they have a headache. And they'll say, Mom, you said peppermint's for headache, right? Or lavender will help calm me down, or you know, the vetiver's like gonna help my anxiety, right? And they'll ask me if I'm right, and I say yes. And they'll just go in there and they'll grab the oil and they'll put it behind their ears, you know, and they're putting it like this on their temples. And it's like they're learning. They learned something, and it's like they're gonna take this with them. And I tell them, girls, when you have children, you're gonna do the same thing for your kids. You're gonna teach them how to use essential oils. You're gonna teach them how to use vitamin therapy. You're gonna teach them how to fill your fridge with fresh fruits and vegetables, and how to heal your body yourself. And you don't have to be stuck on high blood pressure, diabetes medication, that you can take care of your own body. You have the power to do that on your own. And so it makes me feel so good to know that my kids are doing that. And I'm just happy about that because I was like, I could not believe that my 13-year-old Naomi, because she's really conscientious now about washing her face with her pharmacy now. And she's like, every night, you know, she does her routine and she washes her face and she does her serums and her moisturizer, and then she goes and does her vitamins. And I'm like, that shows me maturity, and it shows me that they are watching what we're doing, you guys. And I just want you guys to not give up. Keep going, keep the faith, and, you know, make those small little changes. Everything that I showed you guys tonight. And one last thing I want to tell you, I received this amazing supplement, and I just want to thank Michelle for this. Michelle Trevino, she sent me this supplement. I don't know much about it, but it's specifically for COVID. Let me show it to you guys. And it's by Green Elf Nutrition. It's also sold by Alipotec, which is the weight loss supplement that I sell. And she mailed it to me for free. And I just want to thank her because this came from her as a gift, because she knew how much I was suffering. But the company specifically created this supplement to help people with COVID. And I'm going to zoom in. It's called VC Bio Natural Effect CS19. And what it has in it is it's all natural. And it has, let me show you here. It has a patent formula that has S-sac assets, echinacea, eucalyptus globius, copper, absorbic acid, which is vitamin C, and zinc. And then it's got a couple, it says it also has water and then glycerin. And so I'm supposed to take 1/3 of it today. I took 1/3 already. Then tomorrow I take the other third, and then the third day I take the last of it. And it's supposed to help knock COVID right out. So I'm all about natural supplements, you guys. I'm so excited about this, but I'm hoping that the vitamin C and that some of these things that I talked about today, you guys, that doing these two together will help you. Don't be afraid to load up on vitamin C. Vitamin C, this is 100% pure, and I want to show you guys on the back. Look at this. See, 1 scoop has 1,000 milligrams. I'm putting 5 scoops in 1 water bottle, and I'm doing it twice a day. So that means I'm taking 10,000 milligrams, okay? Don't be afraid of vitamin supplementation for your body, you guys. You guys can take care of yourself. You guys can do this on your own. You don't have to be running scared to go get a vaccination and go running to go get, you know, a bunch of stuff that's going to give you a bunch of side effects. This is the best way to take care of your own body, you guys. And I just want to thank you guys for reaching out to me and asking me these questions, because I think they're so important to know and to share. One last thing, if you guys have a headache and you don't know what to do and you've taken too much Excedrin and too much aspirin, that's what was happening to me. I had a dull headache for 5 days, and it would come off and on, and I couldn't not get rid of the headache. And I was using peppermint, but you know what I found out that provided instant relief to me? And I didn't even figure it out until probably about 3 days ago. I want to show you. And if you don't have this already, get yourself some. These 2 supplements right here, they're massage gels, but they have menthol extract in them. Let me tell you what they have. Let me show you what it looks like, okay? All I did was I grab it like this, and you just take it and you rub it right here on your temples, and it gives you a cooling effect on your neck and all over your forehead. You just rub it all over like this. And then I also used the Pharmacy Alaska Refreshing Massage Gel. But what's awesome about this one is it has arnica in it. And arnica is good for inflammation and pain. It's got rosemary, it's got calendula oil, mint oil, menthol, jojoba, and then of course I said it has the chestnut extract. So it provides relief for discomfort, and it has antiseptic properties to help minimize muscle and joint discomfort. The jojoba has vitamin E, and the menthol, which is the mintiness, will provide the relief for the headache. And I was shocked, you guys. Even this one, this Alaska massage gel, I couldn't believe how much relief I was getting just from rubbing it like this on my temples. I was rubbing it like this and all over my neck. And it just instantly would just take that, like, that headache right out. And you can rub it right here between your eyes, and it feels so good. But all of our products as well in pharmacy are natural. So that's good to know too, that if you guys have these in stock or handy, use them if you're not feeling good. Use them if you have a headache. Use them if your body is achy or sore, because that's what they're there for, and they're all natural. There's nothing in it that will give you an adverse side effect, okay? And this one here, the paprika and chili balsam, this one has chili, which has vitamin C, B3, E, keratin, and then it has ginger root extract. And the ginger root deeply cleanses the skin and has a refreshing effect. And then the rosemary oil in it, it helps accelerate the blood flow, and it restores skin's elasticity. And the mint relaxes the muscle and also has a refreshing effect. The jojoba oil will nourish the skin, and its unsaturated fat and vitamin E content will help hydrate the skin, and it's easily absorbed. And then last but not least, it has nettle extract. So the nettle extract balances the minerals and helps the skin to remain firm and hydrated. This, I was so shocked. Like right now, it feels so good. It's minty, and it's just feeling like fresh and relief on my head and my body, because I used to get really bad tension headaches. And so I just rub it right in my neck, right in here. And that menthol and that minty effect with the arnica, it takes that headache, it just goes. It's so good. Then you're not loading up with so much aspirin and stuff that will make you feel nauseous, you know. This can be applied to the body as well. So I just want to let you guys know this is a great alternative for headaches and for massaging your body. That we do have them in other sizes. We've got them in travel sizes if you want to try a small. This one's medium, this one's $11.90, and these ones are like $3.95, and then the big ones are $16.95. So give those a shot, you guys. Those are amazing. So that's it. I just wanted to answer the questions that I had, you guys. Yes, Carolyn, jojoba is excellent for skin and hair. You are right about that. And that's one thing I like about pharmacy. And one thing that really drew me into the company, because, and like I'm telling you guys now, I'm all about natural remedies. I prefer to put things natural on my body. If it doesn't have chemicals, I'm all for it. And that's why I love pharmacy, is because I know that what I'm putting on my body is natural. It's not going to provide harm to me. It's not going to put parabens or phosphates in my body and minerals. I'm sorry, GMOs. So if you're looking for alternative methods of taking care of your body, go back and watch the replay, and definitely look at some of the supplements I talked about. If you guys need any of the antivirals, I have them in stock right now. I sold about 4 bottles the other day. They go really, really fast. Hi, Fran. 2 of my kids are showing symptoms. Oh, Fran, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna, I have a list. I started a list of people that I'm praying for, that have been coming down with the symptoms. And can you do me a favor, Fran, and message me after their first names, okay? Because I'm going to add them to my list to pray for them, okay? If you guys need prayer, please message me. I will add you to my list of people that I'm praying for, because I believe that in the power of prayer, you guys. And I know that when we pray for each other and we stand in the gap for each other, that God hears our prayers. And we need to lean on each other. So when one of us is weak and one of us is down, we really need to be that person that is in the gap for them and helping them through prayer and reaching out to the Lord for them. Because without prayer, you guys, I wouldn't be where I am today. My mom prayed for me for years, and that's one of the reasons that I came through my addictions, and one of the reasons why I never ended up in jail and with DWIs, or could have died in a DWI accident, drinking and driving, or ended up on the road somewhere, hooked on drugs, because I know of the power of prayer, and my mother's prayers kept me from that. And I believe in prayer like nothing else, you guys. And so if you need prayer and you need me to help you, please reach out to me. I would be honored to pray for you guys. So send me a message, okay? I want to pray for you, and I want to help you guys. So I love you guys. And if you guys have any questions at all about any of the supplements I talked about today, if you have questions about my thyroid journey that I talked about, or some of the supplements I'm using now for the iodine, please message me and reach out. I would be more than happy to help you, because that's what I'm here for. I'm an advocate to help you guys. I feel like I can't keep this information in. If I keep this information in and hold it in just for myself, what good am I? What good is that to anybody? It's not good for nothing if I can't share what I have with you guys. And I share it with you guys because I want you guys to be well, and I want you to be successful. Oh, I love you too, Denise. You're my sister, girl. And I want the same for you. And I believe that knowledge is power. So let's share the love. Let's share the knowledge. And I just hope you guys have a great evening tonight. And God bless you guys, okay? Good night, guys. Bye.